it's going to change the relationship in ways. But if you can make it through the most difficult period, when you come out the other side, I think you will be more connected. Welcome back to Lobby Talk. I am Taiyo, not your host today, but I am the guest because I don't speak Chinese. So today's episode will be in English, and today I am joined by my lovely wife, Phoebe.
Yay! Today finally I'm the guest. I'm not the host anymore.
So Phoebe, it's good to see you.
It's good to see
I think I haven't seen you in a while, maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
I left the house slightly later than you. So it's been, more than half an hour that we didn't see each other.
It feels like so long.
Yeah, it's been so long. Right. So what are we doing today, Taiyo?
Today, we're going to be discussing a topic that people ask us quite often. As a couple, how do you work together, run a business together? I think this is something that a lot of people are curious, how we manage to do it mentally.
Because I get asked a lot by my friends, how do you guys work together? Isn't it difficult? Difficult. Really difficult. So Taiyo and I have been business partners for about 3 years. We are running Sonic Lobby together. I think maybe we could talk about how did we end up working together?
Because we both studied the same thing in terms of what we wanted to do with our career was kind of the same as well. Luckily, we kind of aligned in that sense. So I think that was able to actually allow us to kind of start a company together and everything. I think if it weren't for that, we probably wouldn't have.
Yeah, just a bit more details. Taiyo and I went to the same school together. ICOM, International College of Music. So we both pretty much majored in the same thing, composition and production. And then we also studied masters together in Australia, also majoring in the same thing.
What's the reason that we decided to start a company together in the beginning? Why do you think we thought it would be a good idea?
I never think it was a good idea.
See this one? Say such things.
Before we run a business together, I mean, we both were doing our own thing. We were doing a lot of music related stuff. And then sometimes when I was working on my song, I would ask you for help. Like post-production, mixing and mastering, editing, those kind of things. And then you would also give me some advice. And same thing like when you were writing your own song, and then you would also ask me like, how do you feel and stuff like that. We would always exchange ideas and opinions and feedback together. So that has been going on for quite many years.
Very long time.
Yeah, for a long time. Like, I think to a point we almost would be the first person to ask.
I think we always trusted each other's opinion.
Right.
In terms of when we're working on music and stuff, I think we had someone to bounce ideas off of. We had someone to check. I think that was always super helpful, and we both knew that we could trust each other to give honest opinions about our work. So I think in terms of, in the beginning of whether or not to start a company, at least this person will give you honest opinion back about whatever you're working on. So you know that the quality at least will be set to a certain standard and everything as well.
Yeah. I think it's also easier because we speak the same language. Like, let's say if you want a friend to give you an opinion, it's hard for you to use technical terms like, can you help me check the mix? Can you help me whether the instrumentation is good enough? But with each other, we can be very specific with what we want each other to hear.
Yeah, I think especially if you were to start a business as a music person with someone who doesn't know anything about music, the approach I think would be totally different. I think there would definitely be a lot more conflicts of what the music person thinks is important and what the business person thinks is important or the marketing person thinks is important.
Yeah.
And I think especially because we were both early in our careers doing this kind of composition for ads, this kind of thing, we also need someone that can always quality check back and forth. Sometimes we will make something and maybe this part actually can be better, or maybe it's not really following a brief properly. But if you don't have a music person to check, there's no filter to double check before it goes out to the client. I think it's quite safe that we both know music.
Yeah, I think and somehow we trust each other a lot. Although sometimes our opinion don't align. And I would get a little defensive when you give some comments that I don't want to hear.
I understand,
Yeah.
Especially when you're in a relationship with someone, and then in the early stage, we were both very sensitive about music. I think after a while doing commercial work, you realize it's you're making like a product for like a company, so you can let go of your personal ego attached to it. But in the beginning, everything was very personal because I made this song, it's very precious to me. How is it? And then not good. And then you feel like You feel very frustrated, very, I think this was something that we had to work our way through in the beginning.
This was before we started Sonic Lobby, right?
Yeah, even before we started, when we did a project together.
Yeah, we were freelancing, doing our own thing. Did you remember how did we decide, okay, let's work together?
I think you had been working in a commercial studio for a year, and then you left there to kind of do your own thing. Yeah, we had both also done some freelance project, like we had done some movie in Japan, everything together. So we already got to do some work together. Okay, we know we can work together, or at least we thought we knew how to work together at that time.
We thought we knew.
And I was still working a full-time job as well. It's like, okay, there's enough stuff coming in that we could probably start something ourselves and make it work.
Yeah.
This kind of confidence, this not really, overconfident, but we didn't know the danger that was yet to come.
We were too innocent.
Yeah, we were too innocent. We were like, oh yeah, we can do it. We like music, we can do it.
Yeah, we like music. We both enjoy music. Let's work together.
Yeah.
Oh, that's when the nightmare started.
Hey, no nightmare, it's a dream.
Okay, and then so after that, we started Sonic Lobby together officially. And did we want to talk about what happened in the beginning when we first started?
In the beginning, it was great. Every day, we're so happy. Every day, we work on project. Wow, so lovely. Life's so good. That's how I remember. How do you remember it?
I remember it was a chaos. I think both of us in the beginning were very, very innocent in terms of, okay, let's start a business together. Let's compose music. Let's make music together. But running a business is not about how great of a music that you make. There are other aspects of things as well. For example, you need to find sales. You need to do marketing. But because both of us came from a music background, what we are good at is compose music.
Yeah, I think we really were naive in thinking, I know how to do music, I will be able to make a company out of this.
Yeah.
And I think in the beginning, we were both just focusing on the composition. And then we realized if no projects come in, then even if you can do composition, you cannot earn any money.
Yeah, it's a totally different thing.
To be honest, also very grateful that you kind of, in that early stage, and also very proud of how you kind of took that responsibility in a sense. I feel you understood networking, business, and people much better than I did. I'm a bit more sit in the room, do my own thing kind of person. Whereas in that beginning stage, you decided to go out, try your hand at this kind of networking, this and that. And I feel like that's kind of, one of the most important early steps in the business.
I think the reason why I'm laughing is, right, you made everything very pretty. I definitely wasn't so nice in the beginning. I mean, I just give a share a little bit because me and Taiyo both worked on composition. We both focused on composition. So luckily, we got a few projects came in. For example, a client requested 2 options of music. So both of us said, okay, let's work together. Let's work on one option each. And then when client chose an option, and the other person who doesn't get chosen got a little upset. I mean, I think I got extra upset. I think I was a little more sensitive compared to you. Maybe you were also upset, but you took it quite easily.
Yeah, I think in my heart I will be upset, but I won't show it out.
Yeah. And then I think this thing happened quite a few times already, which I think has affected us.
Having to frequently compete with your significant other in your field and feeling like, your work isn't being validated or feeling like you're lesser than because your work didn't get chosen. I think this was quite difficult to deal with. This kind of competition aspect while being a couple at the same time. I think this was something that we realized was very unhealthy in the beginning. I think we realized very early on that if we keep going like this, it will be very bad for our relationship.
Yeah. I forgot how we had that realization that we both need to do different things. I mean, at the end of the day, business is an ecosystem. You can't just one person compose and then you just neglect, ignore the rest. I think for me, maybe I tried to reflect on myself more and try to discover the strengths that I have. I mean, I do enjoy music, but I think in the early stage, I also realized that I actually like going out. I actually enjoy talking to people. I enjoy networking. I enjoy having a conversation with people. And of course, I'm quite thankful to have my dad because my dad is a business person as well. I mean, till today, he has been giving me a lot of advice how to run a business properly. In the early stage, he would always encourage me to go out a little more. But because we already face a lot of problems doing composition together, so my dad kind of gave me a wake-up call that maybe something needs to change.
Yeah, I think in the early stage, as we're both doing music composition, we were very much like, our ego would always be like, oh, if I'm not doing music, what I'm doing isn't valuable, or it's not cool, or it's not worth the time and effort I've put in the last however many years of my life to build my career. But I think something we both realize as we move forward is you have just as much pride doing any other aspect of, this kind of work. Just in general, like even now, my main work isn't really composition all the time, but I don't feel like my work is any lesser than what I was doing before. I feel, for us as well, realizing that not being the person who is always sending in the composition for a client doesn't mean you're not cool. I guess in that early stage, because we're always doing the same thing. So then when you made that realization, you also kind of enjoy doing the networking, everything as well. Then we start to separate our roles a bit. So, okay, my role becomes more of the internal person. Your role kind of became the external person. I think that was also a super big realization for the two of us in how to actually work together without fighting all the time.
I guess when we started doing this, it took me a while to let go of the composition part, because what I am interested, or I think I'm good at doing composition, making music, because this is what I was studying the whole time. From I was 21, I had been studying music, and now telling me, okay, I need to let go of composition and do something different. It took me a long time to accept that. In the beginning, I thought, okay, I cannot do music anymore. I have to go networking. But I have a very different understanding now than I was before, is that doing networking, doing socializing is not that I give up on music. It's just a different way of contributing to music. I think that is the biggest realizations that I had,
Yeah, I think it's true. Even for me, I still deal with it now as well, to be honest. If I'm not doing as much of the composition or something, sometimes I'll question, am I doing what I'm supposed to do? Or is this the work that I care about doing? But then sometimes you do composition for a project, and when it's done, you realize you didn't really care that much either. Or sometimes, we will film a video, or we will do something else for a client that's not music related, and we will feel more satisfaction out of it than when we did music. So I think we're also in that stage now where we're learning that having a positive impact on people is actually sometimes more important than what it is you're doing itself, in terms of, my ego says that I need to be doing this for it to be good, but then my heart says something else. When we get a good reaction from people, it feels nicer than a lot of the music work we've done too. This is, it's kind of an interesting thing that I think now we're realizing this more. It's a new chapter in Sonic Lobby happening, I guess.
Yeah, so I guess that was the turning point of us, for us to split our roles. And I feel like it has been working really well.
Yeah, I think the moment we split our roles, everything became a lot clearer. Like, we have our own space as well. We don't have to be in the same room all the time, which I think was kind of stressful for both of us. And I think when I see you at the end of the workday, because maybe you were out networking everything as well, then we have something to talk about. Oh, what'd you do today? Oh, who'd you meet? Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, just to let everybody know, we both talk to each other a lot.
Every day.
Like, a lot. From morning till night. We talk a lot because we have so many mutual topics to talk about. You would talk to me about what happened in the studio. I would talk to you what happened during my networking, during my meetings and stuff like that. We never run out of topics, I realize. That's the pretty side, that's the pros side.
Yeah, a lot of things can talk about.
Yeah, because we don't have to find a way to explain to each other, how do I explain this thing to you? Would you understand or not? Because we both are from the same background, so we speak the same language. So it's easy to communicate with each other. If like I'm facing some frustrations or like some obstacles when I'm outside, I don't have to struggle to tell you.
Of course, relationship as well. But even running a business together, knowing what each person is dealing with and who they are meeting and what potential things are happening is also very important. So I think for relationship and for business, this actually is a very positive thing, I guess. I feel like another funny thing with this is you only say good thing about people, but like when you go networking with people and everything, and I will always get these updates. So I feel like I know the person before I've even met them. Like when I finally meet with Adrian, I was like, oh, Adrian, oh, he's exactly like Phoebe said.
Yeah.
Or I meet with this person, that person. So, oh, I can finally put a face to the name. But the personality, I kind of have an idea what they're like already before I've even met them because you explained to me so much, everything.
I think it's the personality also. I like to talk. I like to talk a lot and I like to describe. And not just like, oh, I met someone today. Because I would always tell you all the details.
Yeah. Their shirt was this color with this jacket. And then
I mean, that's the pro side. That's the positive side. Let's talk a little bit about the not so nice sides.
A lot of difficulties also. We kind of covered the early difficulties, things that we found difficult in the beginning, which is just that overlap of our roles. So like if one person's role is better than the other at this certain point, it feels like you're being undervalued. And then feeling like you're being undervalued by your partner is even more stressful. It's not only at work, this person is better than me. It's I'm less than my wife or I'm less than my husband. I think this can add a lot of stress. And I think once we got past that, that was the first obstacle, I feel, in terms of managing the business.
Moved past that yet. I'm still learning to.
Really? I don't feel like it's. I don't know. I don't feel like.
I mean, I gotta be honest though, like, cause I'm not doing so much music currently, and sometimes when I see you work on a piece of music, you know, I would feel like I wish I could do that too. I mean, I could, of course I can, but it reminds me of my background. Like, oh, last time I used to produce music a lot, compose music a lot, and it's not like saying that now I'm not able to do that anymore, but it's just like I feel like I'm not in the mental space to do that. Then when I see you doing it, I feel like somehow I miss it a little bit, to be upfront. I don't think I sacrificed that, because I have to do networking, I don't get to do music. It's not like that. I think it's more like, I kind of miss that feeling of doing composition.
I guess when you look back on it, you just remember the bright haze, like the fun parts of it, the coming up with a concept, the thinking about how you want to film a video, the this and that. But then like doing vocal takes, mixing, all of this stuff. I think you just remember the pretty shiny parts. I just remember
the pretty shining part, and then I forgot the dirty work, you know?
Like just like when, to be honest also, maybe not so much anymore, but in the beginning, let's say we went to a big event together, and then you will really know like half the people there. Oh, hello this, you shoo, 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 shoo. And then I don't know anyone, so I just kind of, I will feel like, oh wow, it's like Phoebe's very gang. She can go talk to everyone, talk to all these big bosses, this and that. And I'm just kind of standing there just But then I think I also realized it seems like, oh, so nice, she can go talk to all these big bosses. But to be honest, the work to get to that point, how many meetings you have to go, how many hours you have to drive, how many times you have to go have coffee with people. It's not like, oh, hello, nice to meet you, big boss. Like we can talk equally. It's like, it doesn't work like that. There's so much effort that goes in to get to the point where you can talk with all these different people as friends that I don't think I would necessarily want to go through while also doing composition. I guess it's kind of like, you see the shiny part.
I think this is the same thing for me also, like seeing you working on music. It's like you can come up with ideas so fast, the melody, and then you can give comments on the spot, and then or you can just pick up a guitar and then you come up with a song like right away. But then when I see you, like, oh, I'm sure you have to do a lot of mixing, you have to do a lot of editing, you have to do a lot of
vocal tuning.
Vocal tuning and those kind of things. Oh, then maybe for me it's like, okay lah, you know, maybe I don't miss it that much. I just miss the pretty thing, like what I see from the surface. I think the nice thing of now, I guess now that we're running a company, I don't have to do so much of the vocal tuning myself anymore. Sometimes I will hear from Zacine's headphones, this melodyne tuning, and then her face will be very now at least we can let go of this kind of part. Is okay, you can tune. I guess for me, I am a very idea person, as in I like coming up with ideas. You are the boss type. You have the vision. I know what kind of direction I should go, but when it comes to researching, making a proposal, that's definitely
you need the minions to help you.
I think for me, like coming back to our topic, right? Running a business is not just about how to be the star. You gotta work together. You know, you can't be doing everything by yourself. If, for example, I want to be able to do networking, I want to be able to do proposal, I want to be able to, you know, then it's pretty much a one-man show.
Yeah, better be a freelancer.
Yeah, they better be a freelancer. I mean, not saying freelance is not good, but basically...
No, but that's what a freelancer has to do, is manage all the roles himself.
I still consider myself in a very early stage of running a business. And that is why talking to people, going networking, I learn a lot just by talking to them.
And then I listen to what you talk to them when you come home, and then I also learn a lot.
I mean, it's the same thing like you would tell me like, oh, what this company is doing in terms of how they do their music, the way they brand themselves.
Make sure you have talking points ready also.
Make sure I have talking points also. So it's very important. Very, very important.
I'm very important.
You definitely are very important. I think everyone in Sonic Hobby is very important.
Yeah. Maybe you can explain a bit about what you think we need to keep working on in order to make sure we can run a company together. Not anything like negative happening now, but what do you think the next hurdle is that we need to jump over?
To jump?
Yeah.
I think currently we need to strategize every moves that we make. I think this is very important.
Yeah.
I mean, not saying we are doing things wrong. I don't think we are doing anything wrong because we are all learning.
Yeah.
Especially recently, we have been making a lot of content, right? And trying to make ourselves visible, basically. But I guess the next step for us in order to move forward is to strategize, is to have a purpose for everything that we do, rather than just do it blindly.
Yeah. I think in the beginning, we definitely are like in panic. We're just starting something mode. So we're just throwing everything at the wall, see what sticks. Go. Which in the beginning, I think is fine. But now, okay, we need to move a bit smarter. Work smart. I mean, we still work hard, but work smart and hard. Not just blindly work hard and then get no result, then also not good.
I mean, for me, this is what I can currently think of, is to have a strategy.
Yeah, I think it's up to you.
I don't think
you are the one who has a clear vision for strategy, everything as well. Like, not to say I don't know anything about how to run the business and whatnot, but I think because you interact so much with people on a day-to-day basis, every day your job is to go talk to people. You have an understanding of what are potential clients and what business people and what marketing people are thinking, what problems they have, what they think about music. Like in my brain, especially in the beginning, it's very butterflies and rainbows. Like, everyone loves music. Music is important. Music will help your brand. Put music inside and it'll elevate your thing. But I think you have a more realistic approach to these things, and you need to be able to convince people the power of music. And you cannot use butterflies and rainbows as an explanation.
Yeah.
Because you can look at things pragmatically, you can look at it very from a realistic standpoint, then you always can kind of see the clearer path, the clearer strategy forward. You know, you have to be the boat captain, and we are like, yes sir, and then we have to.
I think people who are listening to this podcast to this point, right? I think you can acknowledge that, you can realize that Taiyo is a very, 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 very encouraging person. That is why we can work together as a couple, because he's always very positive. He can always find good things in people. Like, he always see the positive side in people.
But it's true.
So, no, yeah, that's why I'm saying that, you know, if a couple works together, I think why we can still work together till today is because you always see the positive side of things.
True.
Like, you are very optimistic.
Yeah.
For me, when I get negative, when I get demotivated, you would always find ways to motivate me. I don't think I'm a very, very confident person, but because throughout working with you, you would always remind me how good I am. Sometimes I think you're exaggerating, but the more you say it, the more I believe it.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, I don't feel like I'm blindly saying these things also. If it was something I didn't believe, I'm very bad at lying.
Yeah.
I'm really, really bad at lying. To the point, if I was telling you something I didn't believe, I feel like it would be very obvious that I don't believe it. But I'm the person who sees you the most, who talks to you the most. I think I have that benefit of knowing Phoebe probably better than anyone else right now. That's why I can have these opinions. I've seen kind of what you have to suffer through. Not suffer, but, you know, the effort you put in, the way you think about the work, the business, life, and everything. I have a deeper understanding than anyone. So that's why I feel like I can respect you more than anyone else as well. Because I know what you're thinking, I know what you're feeling to an extent. So it's not just complimenting, it's really, it's like, wow, if everyone else knows how keng Phoebe is, then I feel like they will also think, wow, Phoebe very good.
Is he or not? That's why, you see or not? I think that's why, right, as a couple, we complement each other well. It's because
I compliment you well.
I think emotionally you are the one that 抬我起来，知道吗？
知道。Taiyo 我起来。
Yeah. So emotionally, Taiyo is very stable, but I think I am more of a strategic kind of person.
You cannot be too happy-go-lucky.
Yeah, I cannot be happy to go lucky.
Happy to go lucky. I'm happy to go lucky.
Yeah. So, do you want to slowly summarize or like conclude it?
So, in the end, in order to run a business together, you need someone who is happy to go lucky and someone who is not happy to go lucky.
Not happy, not go lucky lah. You know, I think it's just
you need to be able to complement each other's strengths. Yeah, and you need to have different strengths.
Not just in terms of skills. I think in terms of personality.
Yeah.
So, what advice would you give to couples who consider working together?
I think in terms of advice, try to separate the roles in a way that you guys aren't overlapping too much in what you're doing. So there's not too much of an ego conflict. I think also one person will need to be a bit more emotionally steady. You cannot both be too affected by, let's say, something bad happens or is too analytical. If you're both like that, I think it'll be a bit stressful as well. And then also maybe understanding how to support the person when they're not doing so well. This is very important. If when they're not doing well, you're like, oh, too busy, I cannot focus on you. I feel like the relationship is definitely gonna not work. Maybe if it's two business partners, it's still okay. But if you're also in a relationship with someone, you need to be able to take care of their feelings just as much as you take care of the business. I think need to know, okay, they're stressed about this thing. Make sure you understand, make sure you help them through that first, then only maybe focus back on the business stuff. I don't know, for us, I feel that's been quite helpful.
Yeah, I think aside from the things that you just mentioned, I think for me is maybe don't be too calculative. As in who is doing work more, or I'm doing more, or you're doing more. Like, don't find a way to compete when you're already having a split roles. I think sometimes I also have the tendency of like, oh, I'm going networking more, you know, I'm going out more. So I think everyone has their own struggle and difficulty to do their part. And just appreciate that.
Yeah, I think in the early stage, you would think me sitting in the studio very comfortable, so easy. I would think, wow, you just go cafe, eat with people, get to eat nice food all the time, so easy. But then you realize both roles have plenty of difficulties. Both roles have their own challenges as well. That you can't really compare two different things.
Yeah, I guess.
Any other positive, like you can do it, advice to the couple starting business?
How? I don't recommend it.
Not easy.
I think if you decide to do this, you just gotta mentally prepare. There is gonna be a lot of chaos.
Yeah, not gonna be easy.
A lot of chaos. And I think somehow it would affect the relationship a little bit. You know,
it's gonna change the relationship in ways.
Yeah.
But if you can make it through the most difficult period, when you come out the other side, I think you will be more connected. But the rocky period is going to be very rocky.
Yeah, and we are only 3 years in to a business, so
maybe
we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, follow up in 1 year, see if we still say the same thing.
Okay. But so far, so good lah.
Yeah,
so far, we are still surviving.
I enjoy working with you.
I enjoy working with you. Anyway, okay, let's do a closing.
Okay, thank you everyone for joining today. This was Lobby Talk with Taiyo and
Phoebe.
See you next season. See you next season.
Bye.
Oh yeah, if it's the season finale, you should definitely do the ending.
Okay.
It's the season finale, so Phoebe will do the ending. Yay!
So this is the final episode of season 1. We did it! I hope you enjoyed season 1. I had a lot of fun talking to all the guests on this season, and I'm excited for the coming season. Let's look forward to season 2. See you. Bye.